welcome to part 3. Now we are under a gazebo because it is the Great British weather and it is absolutely bouncing down, so I'm going to do this job undercover. Great, isn't it, when you've got to work on the driveway and you have no garage? So let's see how we get on.
Is to remove that bottom arm. The bushes must have gone in it, so we're going to replace that. In order to do that, we have to take off, or actually loosen off, the sort of front crash bar. So it's a case of removing everything, getting rid of that bumper, moving that out of the way, and then getting access to that bottom arm. There you can see where that, I'm just unscrewing that from. Again, this will be so much easier if you're on a ramp, and when you're on a couple of axle stands, it's just hard to get in there and get these things undone, but we'll get there. So we've just removed some bolts on the bottom of the bumper. There's some across the top, and then there's a couple of fixings under the wheel arches, just to get that front bumper off. Rusty in there, so we're going to give that a little spray with that stuff. Just a little bit. Not too bad there. And it's onto that suspension leg. Now we've released that crash bar at the front, we can start undoing this. It was quite tight and took quite a while, but we got there in the end. And then it's just a case of pulling that leg out so you can get access to the bolts to get the bottom arm out. So we're just going to use that puller just to get the ball joint out of the bottom arm. It was quite seized on really. I tried it one way, didn't quite work, switched it onto the other side, and that seemed to just pop it off quite easily then. That's a great little tool, quite cheap to buy on Amazon, but yeah, really good. And this is where it all went wrong. There was literally 2 bolts to go to get that bottom arm out, and I just could not get one of the bolts out. It just would not shift. I guess if you're on a ramp it'll be easy, you can get a bit more purchase on it. I didn't have the correct socket bolt really, so it was just difficult to do really. So this is where I gave up, put it all back together, ready to get somebody else to have a look at it or try and work out how to do it differently, if I could get it off. Unfortunately things went a bit more wrong for myself when I broke my wrist playing football. I know I'm far too old to be playing football, but yeah, I broke my wrist, so I was out of action then, so there was nothing else I could do with it really. We just buttoned it all back up and I booked it into the garage for them to change the bottom arm. Really good service. They changed the bottom arm and then put it through its MOT and it passed. So we had a good MOT, 12 months MOT on it there, all ready to sell. And like I say, because I was out of action with my broken wrist, then it was just a case of selling it. I wanted to have a play around with this one, but I just didn't have the time. So yeah, decided to put it up for sale. So that's pretty much where we ended with that little Fiat 500. Let's run through the costs of what we spent on it and
see where we got to. So the car was £550. It was £100 for delivery. Then we bought a water pump, a timing belt, a auxiliary belt, air filter, oil filter, plugs, that trap rod end that we changed, the suspension arm which we failed on miserably, and that was all £190.77, and we got that from Autodoc. Really quick service, that really come quickly, and all the right stuff, so that was great. We spent £10 on that rust spray, just doing that subframe and various other bits around. It cost me £100 to get that bottom arm fitted at the garage. That was unfortunate. Just that one bolt, it would not shift. So there's not a lot you can do in that situation. Just get somebody who's got better tools and knows what they're doing, basically, to do that. And then £40 for the MOT. So yeah, it was quite good in the end. The total was £990.77. Like I say, I wanted to play around with that one, but unfortunately, I just couldn't with my wrist in plaster. I just didn't have the time, so we basically put that up for sale, and we sold it for £1,900. So we did quite well with that, really. So nice little bit of profit there, £1,000 profit. And that's great considering we made £600 or so on the last one. That was really good. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get another one in the new year, if the wife allows. And I definitely want to have a play around with it. Just put a little bit of styling into it. It's not going to be anything special, but just have a play around. So watch this space. Again, thanks for watching. I just want to do a quick update, really, just to let you know where we got up to with that one. And then on to the next one. So yeah, have a great Christmas, New Year, and we'll see you in the new year.